As an all-round enjoyer of the fictional conceit of humanity constantly striving to regain the pinnacle of its lost technology, Lightning Bolt is my favorite card. Printed in the first set, one of the only cards to be Oracle edited and then Oracle edited back to be closer to its original printing. It's just such an incredible artifact of our time that could never ever be printed into standard ever again. It's also just hilarious that it was printed as part of a cycle with Healing Salve, a card so absolutely garbage that it doesn't see printing in standard as even a common card because it's unplayable. And yes, for the record, this is the cycle that also includes Ancestral Recall for an idea of how incredibly bonkers the power level was here. So it naturally follows that I would consider Lightning Helix to be one of the most elegant designs ever printed. And it is, just straight up. We can examine Lightning Helix from so many different directions, but I will start with the simple: Bolt is just the right amount of damage to make it worth considering either hitting the bird or the face. For the record, on turn 1, always bolt the bird. When I'm holding a shock in my hand, I'm never upset to use it on a mana dork turn 1. Really, the only times that I actually want to be pointing a shock at the face are when I have other things that are triggering off my, say, casting the shock, prowess triggers, additional face damage triggers, that sort of thing. 3 damage, I will happily point at face. 3 life is just enough for my opponent to be sitting across the table from me thinking that they're safe from a top deck, when actually the lightning strike is on its way. And beyond bolting simply birds, 3 toughness is the real upper limit for a powerful utility creature played before turn 4 or so. An extremely large part of the reason that Unstoppable Slasher and Preacher of the Schism are black value mainstays are because you can cast them on the play turn 3 and not have them immediately die to a bolt effect. If you are writing a comment to tell me that the Unstoppable Slasher dies to the bolt effect, please understand that I know, but then it lives and it comes back with the stun counters. Just like and subscribe instead, I beg of you. Holding up a 2-mana spell to remove a 3-drop is a time-honored tradition, and if you're not using Lightning Helix to do just that, why are you playing the version of Lightning Strike that comes with life gain? Let me just quickly revisit again. Lightning Bolt, so powerful that cannot ever be printed into standard again. Healing Salve, so weak, cannot ever be printed into standard again. It is incredibly simple to make the life gain of Lightning Helix actually incredibly impactful in your game. Racing against a mono red deck when you're playing a red-white burn, absolutely pivotal. Helix, Boros Charm, these are the reasons that you are adding an additional color to your deck. But also, you can just be playing Jeskai mid-range. Lightning Helix is a fantastic card for controlling the board while also making sure that you're incidentally staving off the aggro decks. And if it happens to be relevant to your game plan, it deals enough damage that looping it at face is absolutely a viable win condition. Because control decks need win conditions, Samuel. Part of me deeply wishes that we could have had Lightning Helix printed in Foundations so that I could celebrate having it in standard all of the time. I mean, we got Boros Charm instead, which I am not complaining about. But Lightning Helix might just be one of the quintessential magic spells. In an adaptation, I would unironically rather see a Lightning Helix than a Lightning Bolt show up on screen. When people talk about the feeling of magic outside of universes beyond, Lightning Helix, that's magic to me. Unfortunately, it's so incredibly well and elegantly designed that it crowds out design space for similar cards at that rarity, mana value, just design space in general. Back when Lightning Helix was first printed in Ravnica, it could have cost 3 mana and nobody would have batted an eye. It wouldn't have been as good, but most cards printed back then weren't as good. Now, we can't print a 3 mana Lightning Helix without people looking at it and going, why did we print a 3 mana Lightning Helix instead of just reprinting Lightning Helix? But listen to me, complaining that the game I love is too perfect.